The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. Alright, what we did in the last episode was a bunch of things that didn't really progress us very far. I think we went into a cave and we went through the cave a little bit more, finished that out. We got closer to having refractory bricks, which we did not actually end up having a lot. We're gonna have to make more. And then we started placing down these. These are refractory brick grating. You need 6 of them in a rectangle, and then you put the coffin, which is going to have our charcoal and iron, to make steel on top of it. After you do that, you can shift right click. No, it's control right click to show it, and then shift to hide it. This is how many blocks we have to place down. Each one of these shadowy ghost-like blocks need to be placed. And each one of these is a single block of the bricks. So it takes a lot. Right here in the front, right where I'm standing, is a door. So these 2 blocks right in front of the grating and the coffin, that doesn't actually be placed in. There is also a floor. So what we're going to do right now is hopefully correctly count how many bricks we need. I'm going to be using calculator on my phone, because I think the amount of bricks I have left to build with, I think I can only make the floor. I don't think I can make most of the walls. And judging by this fact that I still have chunks of ore in my inventory, we ran out of space. Oh, that's right, we were waiting on copper so that I can make nails for chests. Anyway, let's count this out. This looks like 3x3, so that's 9. This is another. There's no windows, by the way, in this. So 9, 18, 27 is the normal walls. Then we have 7 here for the door. That brings us to 34. Then we get to the top part, which I'm pretty sure is not flat. I think it's like a tunnel almost. It's hard to see, but I'm pretty sure following where I'm standing, it is not the 4th block high. I don't know if that made sense at all. I'm trying to do this without seeing. I don't think that's a flat roof, is all I'm trying to get. So that's 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna guess that it's 3 on the other side, so that would be another 8. And then, as I was trying to say, the middle portion is 1 block higher. And then we just have the 4 at the top for the smokestack, so that's another 8 because it's 2 blocks deep. I need, if I counted correctly, We need 50 brick blocks. And if I'm correct, it's just like this. It is not like that. How do I make blocks? This is what we need. Oh, they need mortar. So I can really only make 8. Which is not 50. So if I multiply 50 by 8, how many bricks? We need 400 of these. Divided by 64 is 6 stacks and 25%, which I think is 16. I think 64 divided by 4 is 16. Could be wrong on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this down, because this is not where they're gonna be. We're actually gonna be cutting down the birch trees that are behind the blacksmith. Maybe some of the pine tree or spruce tree. Yeah, pine trees. We're gonna be cutting down most of these trees right here. I want to have the beehive kiln and the, I don't know what this is called. I'm gonna keep calling it the refractory kiln because it's made out of refractory bricks, but that's not it. What it's called. We're gonna have a path going down there. It's also gonna wrap around the other side of the building, where this leads in, because I want doors here to hold the charcoal back as an aesthetic thing. So we're gonna have a pathway, I guess right here, being 2 blocks wide, coming around the building at some point in the future. What I am the most worried about is, did we start more stuff? We did! Look at that. How close are we? Oh, we're done. There is a Chansey in chat. That is Gen 1 and is somewhat of a rare spawn on our channel. Give me a second. I know we've seen it at least once before, because Chansey has kind of a distinguishable noise. I didn't mean to throw a ball, I meant to check. Let's see if I caught it. Okay, if I didn't already have it, it's going to say that I caught it because it did not show up saying that I don't have it now. Anyway, let's grab this. I need to throw something else on the ground. You can go in there. Alright, this should be 20 ingots worth of copper that are hopefully still warm enough to pour. It's not, dang it. I wasn't paying attention to this. Now it's got to heat up yet again. So we just wasted a bunch of coal. Now it should get up to temperature and then immediately pop over because it's already melted together. Maybe. Maybe it doesn't pop over. Okay, since the chat says that I did not catch the Chansey today, that means I caught it previously. Right, now that this is warm enough, it looks like it just doesn't pop over. It just needs to get reheated. Probably should have taken the coal out, but I also don't have inventory space. We'll get this place down. I'll try to empty out my pockets a little bit because I have a little too much stuff in there. We're gonna have to get a lot of things going. We're making more bricks. We went and got a bunch of quartz. So I have quartz ready to crush down. We also have a little bit of bauxite, and we have more that we can go mine out near the ocean. I do kind of want to find a spot that has bauxite instead of that place, though. Because there's a little to gain from that area. We're going to grab you, put you in this chest. I can't put you in that chest because there is too much stuff going on here. We're gonna switch you out with this then. And now I have a lot of pie in my pocket for some reason. Because this should be eaten. Alright, what can go away? This can go away. This and this can go away. This goes in our offhand yet again. I'm gonna put all the refractory stuff in here, I hope. I'm trying to see if there's anything I could take out of here. We do have a lot of cobblestone now. We have granite stone for some weird reason. I think the rest of this stuff we're just gonna hold on to for right now. I'll just try and make my inventory a little bit neater. I don't know why we have all of that granite. I don't need any of this. So I'm just gonna throw it all over there. We can use granite to make cobblestone. But what I'm thinking of doing, while we wait for the copper to cool down so we can progress into making more things, is we're gonna try and make this look a little bit better by adding windows. And what I'm thinking of doing first to start off is 3x3. But if I go one more block and still have it being 3 blocks, and then we get this nice center pillar that's not too large. So I think that's what we're actually going to do. And this will just be glass, which means we're going to have to use our copper for making glass. And then I think we do work in a square, right? Yeah, it's 2 away from each. So we could just copy that all the way around. Except for right here, maybe. Let me do this next one. You know, I'm actually okay with that being like it is. This one we'll dig here and then around the water. That water might not stay there. And then we're gonna take away the stuff that we just placed down over here. And then that torch, for some reason, is not in the center of the room. I forgot that messes up all the... tools that were right there. I was spacing out what to call it. So if I were... Can I place them on top of each other? I think I can. Now I'm thinking about it. Apparently we now have a stack of cobblestone. So if I just break this and we throw these away until I can pick up this. I can go like that. Okay. So you are the hoe. I want hammer. This is a splitter plug that can go there. This is the axe I want. Pickaxe, prospecting pick, axe. Oh, can go up there. That's the shovel. That's the pickaxe, and then this prospecting pick. Okay. Next thing is over on this side now. Now this door does make it look a little bit different, so we're not going to mess with the door. We are, if I can stop bouncing up and down like that. We are going to take down this wall though. So I'm pretty sure this is where the window would be. And we'll do something with this. I'm not sure what. Yeah, if we put a window here, it's just going to be these 4 blocks. I don't think that would look as good as not having the window there. This leaves a lot of opening to seeing the surrounding area. And now that everything is green, I only just now realized how much green we have around our city, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. Let's throw that up there. Let's see if the copper is ready to be picked up, because we need to turn this into plates. Where is the little one? Oh, it's just oddly laying down right next to the not the window, right next to our staircase. Okay, gotta go upstairs. I don't know why they're separated like this. There we go. Now we have to reheat this. So let's grab that coal that we had. And then I need the torch. Oh, didn't mean to pick those up. Throw that torch over there for a second while I pick this up. We are working on getting rid of all of these. I do have to make lanterns to replace all of the torches that are above ground. I don't know what's going to happen to these when I delete the mod that has the torch holder in it. Because that mod is, for right now, the only one that's causing issues. Let's put this over there now. Ah, I didn't mean to pick that up. And I don't have room. Put that back. Just have way too much inventory stuff. Now that I picked up, okay. You just go down there, you go away. These aren't gonna make it to 900, I think that's gonna go out beforehand. But should get to like 890 something. Oh, apparently it's going a lot further. Did I put more than one piece in there? Huh. But anyway, we're going to be using the health hammer to make a bunch of these plates. They can make plates out of any metal. It doesn't have to be just iron. And it looks like OBS is saying that one of the audio things is missing here, so give me a second while I try and change something. Oh yeah, I guess it was. If I put that there, and then we shrink this a little bit. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't too loud, and I think it is, honestly. That was a little loud. Should have put these on while I was doing that, so they would be ready. We still have to wait. I think I need... Did I just pick up one? I did pick up one. We need 3 of these in order to make a hopper. Where is it? Right here. If we had this mechanism blueprint, let's go make sure that we don't have that. Because I keep losing track of what blueprints we actually have from this mod. Not that one. These are all of our blueprints. Yeah, we don't have the blueprint that I'm looking for. I think that's actually the only one that I am looking for. And there's the rest of our mortar, so we're going to be taking that. And I want that glass for over here. Okay, so mortar goes in here. Even if we don't have enough room. This is hot enough for us to start taking it away. I think I'll just go like this, add another piece of coal. That's done. I know we only need 3, but we're gonna make a couple. We might actually stop at 4. I don't know if I need 2 hoppers, now that I'm thinking about it. So the rest will be turned into nails and strips. Come on, go in the water. Oh. Where's the 4th one? What? Why didn't it... That was weird. Oh, it's not fully cooled for some odd reason. I don't know how that happened. Now are they all cooled? It looks like it is now. Okay, let's take these 4, turn them into nails and strips. We'll do it in the 8s, because it takes less. Losing my train of thought as I was trying to figure out what tools I need for this. I just accidentally put the warm ingots there, so we're only gonna make 8 ingots, or 8 strips of nails. I didn't mean to put those away. There's a Baxcalibur in chat. That is a pseudo-legendary from the newest Pokemon game. I wonder if the in-game rain would cool down metal. That'd be pretty cool. If we just like throw metal out over the house into the rain and it cools it down. Alright, now that we have that, switch things around. I want copper. Throw that on the ground for a moment, because this goes in there. Copper comes down here and gets placed here, I think. Because it has to be collected by the hopper. This can just have a chest on it. How do we make the... Archimedes screw? Oh, that takes plates. They both take plates. Okay, so I did need more copper plates. Let's make chests first so that I can place down all the stuff that I can't place down right now. So I need 4 chests. One of them's going to be turned into a trunk. Am I able to break this down? That's G. With press H. No, you can't break it back down. Okay. I was hoping I could. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, that's 5. You just go like that, and then only this amount. Leave that there. Oh, here's more fire clay. Didn't realize I still had that over here. 4 of those. I need that. I need this. Let's run back. Alright, since the ceiling is where it is, I want to try and place this trunk on top of the health hammer. Am I able to do that? Can I do this? Oh, I can! Yeah, that opens up a lot of room. I'm gonna need this. I don't know if I need the port. I would assume I do need the port. And hopefully this doesn't take all of my shears with it. Okay, good. So we'll see if this is what I actually need. We do have the straight chute. And I'm pretty sure the Archimedes screw needs to be powered. That can go away. This gets placed here somehow. I also don't want to see dirt here. Okay, that looks correct. It's just not spinning. So if I look at this, this just needs another plate. So if we warm up... yeah, let's just warm up 2. That's going. Then I only need 1 of them. Let's go like this and turn these into the bricks. Oh, we get 2 per brick. Or per mortar. Okay, so that math... I forget what our total was before. Oh, our total was 50. So I really want to divide 50 by 16. Or times 16. Wait, that's not right. 25. A stack of bricks just made 16, so I do want to divide this by 16. That's how many stacks of bricks I would need. Okay, we need 2 more stacks of bricks, and then we should have the right amount, if I'm correct. I don't think I'm correct. Keep forgetting the tongs. Get that going. Goes there. We do not have the hammer. Throw that in there. Don't need the tongs anymore. Okay, now if I'm correct, it goes like this, this, here, and here. And that's what we need just to make this. Go up to the floor. So if I go like this and this, that's the in, this is the out. I need to find a way to power the bottom piece. Right, if I'm correct, I need to power this in order for it to spin. So let's head down into the basement. Because that should be... Oh, I forgot to count how many blocks away from that power. From right here, we need to go 1 block to the right and 3 blocks into the wall. 1 to the right, 1, 2, and 3. So if I go like this, I should see cobblestone and then the screw. And then just for looks, we're gonna make that all cobblestone. Okay, now to try and find a way to get the power over there. We do have some gears upstairs. I don't know if we have enough axles and gears though. I think I might need to make more of both. I mean, I have close to enough gears. We're not off by far. Oops. Because we're gonna put an axle right here. Then I should be able to put a gear. Oh, I can't, but I can put 2 gears. Okay. I'd need another 2 gears so I can go to here. What's that? That's not what I meant to do. So I need 3 gears. I should have enough fat for that. Let's just make sure it's 3. So 1, 2, yep, 3. Alright, let's go make 3 gears, and then that should be working. I have 3 fat, so hopefully that's right. I don't have the saw or anything on. Okay. I need 6 sticks and the equivalent resin and fat. I don't need planks. I do need logs. And like I said, 6 sticks. All of our tools are over here now. So if I head back upstairs, do that, open that, then type in angled. Whoops. One, 2, 3. Throw that all in there. And then with these here, they connect, and then this connects, and we should see the screw spinning from up here. And we do, look at that. So that is going to automatically grab everything out of this when it drops it on the floor. It's going to pick up everything. Then it's going to go down, shoot over to here, and then spin its way up into... into this chest. That's dirt. I didn't know where it was for a second there. So if I just stand away from this, and we'll go with this little bit of quartz. I don't want to stand close enough to it for us to pick it up, but we should see that it all ends up in here. So we're not going to need this chest anymore. And it should go from one side to the next. It's not going to do like one thing of quartz and one thing of bauxite. I actually don't know what it's going to do when it gets to 1 quart. Oh, it does do one in both. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think it was going to do it for some reason. But anyway, that's going to be going on. It looks like it makes noises as stuff's going around the chutes. That is also pretty cool. Okay. What am I actually going to be in need of to make these? $64 made 16. I need 2 more stacks of 64. So I need 4 stacks of fire clay. Let's start with that because fire clay is going to take a moment. I know I have stacks in here, but not that many stacks. I don't even have 4 stacks. Okay, let's do that. You can make fire clay by using flint. Just making sure that I don't already have calcified flint like this. We're probably going to need that. So, in order to get calcified or powdered calcined flint, you first put flint in something that heats it up. So you can do a fire pit. We're going to be doing it in here. So you, without the bowl here, you would put the flint up here. It would heat it up all the way. It would do a whole stack, not just 4. That's just because we have the saucepan there. That then gets you calcined flint. You then put it in a quern and you get it powdered, calcined flint. And then in order to turn this into fire clay, you of course need to add clay. So let's see, we have less red clay. Red clay is the most common. I think I want to hold on to as much blue clay as we can. So let's do a stack of red clay. We're actually going to need more than a stack. Let's just start with this to see how much it gets us. Okay, so 8 pieces gives you a whole stack. Okay, we are gonna just put flint away because we don't need that much flint then. Let's sort through that. Don't need that. Oh, another thing I updated offline is the safety meeting alarm thing. So when we have the safety meeting message, it will say the actual amount. I needed 1 more stack. We need 34 bricks, which is a little bit more than 4 stacks, so this might be enough there. I didn't do the math on it. We're gonna put this in here now. And let's go do the math on how much quartz I need. I think I just need a little bit more than 2 stacks of crushed quartz. And the same thing with the bauxite, so we're gonna have to go get more bauxite for sure. Let's put the fire clay in here. Oh. And I'll even do this in a way that it's going to actually be used. We want not tier 2, not tier 3. We want tier 1. That is bauxite, quartz. Okay, this fire's in the refractory brick. For each 2 pieces of bricks, we need 8, or each blocks, we need 8 bricks. So minus 16 is just 2. We need 8 additional bricks. Which takes 16 fire clay. So this can go in our inventory and we're gonna go put that away. What I need to do is break down all but 10 out of here. Right, because that's enough quartz up here for these 8 bricks. We need a stack here and a stack here. So yeah, that's all we need to crush up. We get to keep these. Set out up there, and I need to go grab more bauxite stuff. Okay. What can I take out of here to make things easier on us? Well, these hematite stuff I can take out here, I think. Actually, that's all iron stuff. Let's not take that out. We take this out, we're not going to need those anymore. Tool shelves we are going to need. We don't need that in here. We will need this. We don't need the birch. Probably don't need that. Everything else is a building block that we're actually going to use. This can be put away. We will need this and this. I'll put these here for now. Okay, so we're gonna put all of this stuff away and this. And then I'm probably gonna have to make more bloomeries, right? Because I only have enough bricks for that bloomery. No, I can make one more. I know I did this wrong. Are these not fired? They aren't fired. That makes sense. Not there. Not there. We'll just throw this in there for now. This is a building block, which goes down here. I feel like this hasn't been sorted. And all we have left is quartz, which can go in here. Fire clay goes in here. And logs. Just like that. Should be able to eat a whole piece of pie. Okay, what's the next thing on our agenda? Probably the bauxite. Let's go do some math on that, because I don't remember if it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if I just press H on that. It looks like by crushing 1 stone, we get 1 crushed bauxite. which makes sense. So we want to get 2 stacks? Now let's do the math. 64 minus 58, because I don't know what the difference is there. That's 6 plus 8 plus 64. We need 78 pieces or a stack and 14. And I am going to turn that on. So let's go get more bauxite. We're going to have to travel all the way down south. I think before we go, we should probably look at our crops. Okay, these are all 2 stages away. Some 3 stages away. The spelt is almost done. So is the rye. They're on the same stage. Amaranth is 2 stages away. Sunflowers are 2 or 3, depending on where we look. Onions are 2 or 3 stages away. It looks like more of them are 3 stages than 2. So this must have been the original plot. We extended out that way. Cabbage. They're almost 1 stage away. We do have some carrots. And that would have been why I had the medium fertility soil on me. Soybeans. If they're all this color, they are done. Let's grab the soybeans while we're here. So while we're doing that, I might as well bring everything with me that I need. So we'll grab a stack of dirt. And where do I need to delete from? We need to get rid of all of this. And then this gets all filled in. This also gets filled in right there. I need to fill in... honestly, that piece there. Did we... no, we did not because of this. This 1 block is going to be watered, so I need to keep this here until that is watered. And that is 2 stages away. Or no, it's only 1 stage. That's ready. No, no. They're only a couple hours away, though. Those are not near done. That's done. 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 You look like you're done. You are. Done. I should have grabbed a few path blocks because I did realize that some of this is where a path is going to be. It's like this, and that is a path block. Now over here, we do have the water placed in, so I think I can fill in this water on the left side, or on the right side. Because that should be covering everything but this one right here, so never mind, we're gonna keep that there. That doesn't get filled in. And just in case, check to make sure they're all... okay. Let's put it this way. Did we get more honey? I don't think we did. Normally you'd be able to see it. Ah! What are you guys doing in here? Oh wait, no, we're trying to get rid of the spear. Let's see if they give us anything other than the arrow. That one's just arrow. Don't know what happened there. That's just an arrow as well. So I'm guessing the animal being right there is messing with the lighting. So we just pick that up and place it here. That should allow lighting in here a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, we have to bring this to the food house. Put that there. I want 1, 2. And then we have more soybeans to start turning into soy sauce. That's my rot chest. There's more rot in here. And that bushmeat's going to turn into rot. So we'll just put all the rot in the meat area. And this is going to be soybeans. Carrots, sort. Sort again. Oh, we had carrots in here. Okay, onions have not been picked up yet. So I think what we might do is put each vegetable in its own vessel. Hello, Drifter. So I think we might actually switch the meat to being on this side. Yeah, we'll put it next to this. Okay. So this close, that can close. Why is it doing that? That's odd. Open that, open this. Sort. And then that is going to get all of this stuff. Okay, soybeans down there. You get a Ratata in chat. Oh, that's Eradicate. And it's a female Eradicate, so even if you have caught Eradicate before, you should check to see if you have both genders. It looks like I have that gender at least. I hear more drifters on their way. Yep, hello. Oh, there's more than one. Nothing. And fibers. How many more hits does this have? 9 more hits until the spear breaks, and we no longer have spears. But we do still have bread in here. Bread and pies. We really should get to cooking all of that, but I kind of want to get into the modded stuff, so we might take a break. With what we're doing currently. Alright, we're gonna go get the bauxite that we need. When we come back, while we're waiting for the refractory bricks to cure, we'll be working on the food house to make the large modded oven. And that's water. I'd rather not jump in the water. It looks like there's a deer running away from me. It should also be becoming daytime rather than becoming night. Oh, hello, Rye. Nope, that's spelt. I need neither of them. We have some berries there. I'm just waiting for all of our berries to grow. I'm hoping we might find some animals for us to kill so we can get a little bit more meat, because I want to make better foods, and for a majority of them we need meat. We are heading right for the ice mountain. I don't want to go up that way. So we're gonna hug the side of the mountain and go west. Or I guess it would actually be east. What I'm trying to say is to the left of that mountain. I can't see very well. Hello, quartz. Is that chalk? I'm a little curious about that. Also, I can't see it, but there is a fruit tree right here. Oh, it's this little tiny thing. We're gonna ignore that. I hear a monster. I don't see a monster, so I'm gonna keep going. I am a little determined to break the spear. We have 8 more hits, or was it 9? I forget. Okay, we're at the point where we're kind of at the top of the mountain, but not on the mountain. I also don't remember if I specified this on a previous stream, but I did find out recently that during the winter inventory, the spawn rates of animals do actually go down. So it is, in fact, harder to hunt during the winter. It wasn't just us. I did think it was just our game, but no. Every winter, the animals kind of stop spawning. Wolves and bears become more active, but the actual animals that give us fat in greater quantities are have to be domesticated in order for us to get a decent amount from them periodically during the winter. Hello, copper. Alright, I am not at all sure how far away we are. And I just realized that all of this bauxite that we're getting now is only for tier 1 bricks. For us to make our first patch of... That's a cave, never mind. That's a cool little drop here. Oh no! I didn't think that was going to be a trap. I was trying to look at what this was. Oh, limestone. I have limestone and chalk. Both of those make quicklime. Well, now I'm curious what's down here. We're gonna hop down here. Okay, it looks like there's quartz. This is gonna hurt. This just keeps going straight down. How far is it gonna go? All the way down to 35. Oh, that's a bell. Oh, just going far enough to turn that off. That's a locust. You know what? I'm gonna run for a second while I do that. too much at once. And I got a Bauxite shooting at me from somewhere. Well, there's a ruin right there. That's definitely a locust nest. Why am I... Ah! Well, at least it looks like they can't swim very well. I'm trying to kill him first. The locust shouldn't really be doing much damage to me. There is definitely a nest nearby because there's still more coming in here. I do see a gear, so this is somewhat worth coming in here. I don't see any other chests though, so this is one of those things that don't have anything in it. Let's use this to try and break it. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. We got just a tad bit squirreled away in here in this cave. We are down to Y30. I want that gear. That's, I think, the only thing in here. I think there might be a vessel over here. That's a forage vessel, so it's going to be seeds, I think. Or it's sticks and stuff. Yeah, I don't need the sticks, nor want the sticks. Now I can hear more drifters coming, so I'm going to try and wait for them to come into the cave. Looks like they're farther away from us. There we go. I want to kill this Bauxite. We finally broke. Well, I can't get in there now. Before this guy comes up here, so. Break this apart so I can get in here and have a safe spot. I do want to just come over here and grab this. A Bauxite's gonna shoot. That's a dead end. Just wanted to see. I did know it was going to end up being a dead end. Eat some pie to hopefully heal up a little bit. Okay, let's see if there's anything in here, because it seems like locusts were spawning around this. There's definitely something to the left. What is this? A washboard. Oh, it does have a nest in it. Look at that. They were just spawning outside for some reason. I think I recently saw somebody run into a nest like this. I'm a little curious about what's going on over there, but I think that's just regeneration. Unusable clutter, and minstrel gloves. No thank you to all of that. I'm pretty sure this just happened to spawn here. I don't think it's actually anything. I'm curious though, because it does seem like it is something. And I can't get out now. I'm trying, chat. I just want to get down there. Okay, looks like I can't, so I'm just gonna grab the dirt. Why do I have... Oh, I have gravel as well. We're just gonna turn off the water. What is going on here? I can't get out of this spot. Like, even if there is a pulling force there, you should be able to get out. What is around here? Absolutely nothing is over here. Okay. All that for nothing. Now this door does kind of look cool. Ruined sleek door. It's a fully formed door. You're an even dangerous one. You're gonna be killed first. The other one left. I am curious about this place, though. This is a weird cave generation. I was also kind of hoping that we would find some bauxite in this area, but none so far. Did I hit it? There is a Krabby in chat. Let me try and catch that. I think we've seen it before. Krabby has Gen 1. Oh, and a translocator. They usually have a few things going on. Nothing in there, nothing in there. Torches, don't care about torches. In here we have gear, copper. Don't think we have that one. I think we have Vintage Story as a music thing, but I don't know. I haven't lost our way out. I do know I'm going the wrong way. That's more basalt. So we found another basalt node. And there's nothing there. This is a lot of saltpeter, though. I don't know if it's common to have that much saltpeter growing in here. Whoa! That's super dangerous stuff. Now that's Nightmare. That's tier 4. That's more than our armor can save us from. And I think that Shiver was a little bit more of a dangerous one as well. This isn't the way up, but it is a way up. And there's some type of ore right here. Oh, that's just copper. Actually, that doesn't seem to be a way up. Ah! You're just a regular drifter, and that scared me. Alright, we're gonna have to take our chances. Being down here with something I don't want to be down here with. Nope, 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 stop. We want to be up here. I actually don't have enough dirt to just get myself out of here. So we're gonna have to mine our way out. Which is gonna take a lot longer. So I probably shouldn't have come in here. I thought I had more dirt on me, but apparently we don't. Okay, this is the way up there. Hello. Would you mind stop trying to kill me? I have to try and make a way out to the cave opening so I can see where we're going. I should eventually pop out, if not I'm gonna have to get killed by drifters. Okay, he died. You know, just so that they can't get up here, now all they can do is throw a rock. Alright, let's go this way a little bit. Okay, there's the cave opening. So I'm just gonna mine around the edges. Should save us time on mining, because a lot of times you'll pop into something like this, which gives you a little bit more access to getting up. I hear another locust. I heard the buzzing. Okay, I'm gonna staircase back and forth this way, and eventually we will re-enter the entrance. How many blocks wide was this? Only 4. Okay, this gives me a little bit of extra no mining. And kind of looks like it's going this way. Let's try and get above the quartz here. Something I also should have done is probably brought another pick. Because I only have 1 pick now. Alright, we're almost out because I know that the quartz is near the next level of this cave. So if we turn back around here, we should pop through the next layer. Maybe not. I don't actually know where the next layer is now. We should be seeing sunlight somewhere. Ah, I went too far in. Alright, but on the other hand, there's a lot of stone here. Actually, if I first just chuck everything we don't want. I'll keep the quartz because we actually do want quartz. I don't need this, or really the metal scraps. Let's grab this. That gives us a little extra hand to get out. I just realized that bauxite is one of the stones on the top, so that it wouldn't have actually been that far down in the cave. When we get to the bauxite, I should probably also dig out enough so that we can make the refractory bricks as well. And we're not going to sit here and mine out all the brown coal, by the way. I'm just going through it to get through and out of here. I don't think I actually need... Oh, I did need to do that. We're in the shale now, so we should be near the entrance. I think from this corner we can just start staircasing our way out. Okay, we can dig out that. Let's just throw everything we don't need back down into the cave. I'll keep the limestone and the chalkstone. I should probably also mark the fact that there is limestone right here. We know where chalk is, but limestone is another stone that we should probably have. And we were going this way before I got distracted. That is a lot of fish in one spot. And I'm going to choose to ignore it. Or should I? We'll mark it for later in case I want to make more sushi or something. Huh. Copper. We care less about all the quartz, but we found more copper. Alright, we have the trader to our right, which is where we had the bear attack. Goats to our left. So we're not too far away from where the bauxite is. This is the large ruin. That we used to kill ourselves the last time we were here. I am hoping that me keeping my hunger all the way full will allow us to heal a little bit faster. I can't really tell with how slowly you heal in the game if keeping a full health or full hunger is enough to keep you from healing or not. I know we heal slowly without having a full hunger bar. And I think this time while we're out here, we will dig while being in the water. Oh, we are very far east, apparently. Not very far, but farther than we need. Well, I didn't mean to throw that. Because we need to be on that island. So what I want to do this time is pretty much just dig up all the sand. And just let the water run crazy. It looks like this area on the edge was just dirt underneath. So we'll ignore that. Try to break this apart so I can see underneath. It looks like the top part reaching out of the water has dirt underneath, everything else has stone underneath. That is good to know for when we start digging it out. If I go down here, it goes into granite sand. I hope there's no, like, sharks or something in the game. There is a lot of bauxite. Like, if you guys keep an eye on our mini-map, I'm not necessarily right next to the land. And this covers quite a distance. But then again, the bauxite's not very deep in the water. How much did I say we needed? Well, we don't need a birch seed. We do need that. Stack and 14 pieces for all the bauxite pieces that we need right now. Let's fill our air. Is that bauxite right there? On land? It is. Let's steal from here. It's probably not going to be a lot. But it's better than digging on water. Luckily, we're getting like 4 pieces each time we break it. I wonder if bauxite is always only 1 deep. Or if we find a place that actually has bauxite better than over here, if it would be more than just 1 block deep. I would need someone that's more of an expert to come in and tell me if that's true or not. Let's look at this. Oh, there's blue clay. Look at that. I'll save that. You can come back here for blue clay. Alright, we are going to dig out all of this. And then we're going to mine it all out. It should be 2 blocks deep from what I remember. In this spot. I also saw a stone right there. There's another stone near it. And I'm going for the flat area right here. I think it'll be easy to dig through. Alright, well there's 1 stack and I just need 14 more pieces. So that's enough right there. I think we should go until we drown. Because it should take us a while, especially if I get rid of all this. Oh, apparently that stuff doesn't float. Or stay away from me. Are we stuck in this one corner? Alright, if I just... I guess throwing stuff above water is easier than throwing stuff underwater. Alright, let's get back to mining. And then once we do drown, we'll end up at home. We can make the next bricks, we can start firing them. And then I guess working on our oven creation. Which we'll probably have to wait until Friday. Because I don't think we're going to have enough time to do that and the fireplace stuff. No, don't go up. I want to go over here. Just get me... There we go. When we start getting close to dying from the drowning, I'm going to open the inventory and start throwing stuff out if we don't fill up our bags beforehand. Because I know we have sand in our pocket, and I think we have the weird coral looking stuff. I see paintbrushes on his little bed. You guys can kind of see his tail hanging from the top of the cat tree. Oh, there we go. Try to grab a couple more pieces. And that's it. That was actually very quick. Alright, cylinders going here. Okay, we had Vintage Story already. But we did not have Through the Grass at Night. And I think this stone should go in there. That. Then in here I need to put 18, right? 14. But for some reason, we're not getting much power. I don't know why. We have 28% power, 42%. And they're not spinning at all. Something weird is going on with the power. Because this shouldn't take too much. What if, for a temporary, I take this off? I think during rain it doesn't do much. Huh. There's no way to speed this up. Actually, if we do gear up the power... Which way is faster? Actually, we have no power right now for some odd reason. Actually, 14% is on the low end. There's a rabbit down here. Why is a rabbit down here? That's odd. Alright, I think we should leave that there. And this will eventually turn. It is 12. Oh, here we go. Now we're starting to get a little bit more. Actually, let's put this here. That's a full stack. This is the other 8 that makes 2 bricks. And then the rest is going to take a little bit longer for it to go through it all. You know, since that is a full stack right here, we can just toss in everything at this point. And just let it cook. I do need an area for a pit kiln. Let's go in here and grab a full stack of dirt. Because I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this area ready for the 2 different buildings that are going to be back here. Which means that we have to break down all these birch trees. We're not going to let the seeds plant. I don't know how big these buildings are going to actually end up being, because I do want to make it look a little bit better. So it's not just going to be the building placed down. I'm going to try to make it look like something after we place it down. So once we get tier 3 refractory bricks, I might end up using some extra pieces just to make it look pretty. But for right now, we are going to turn this into a large pit kiln area. That might be enough for what I have in my hands. I had more bauxite. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. And that was all I had. That actually ended up being the perfect amount for 5 of these, or 6. So I think this might be enough for the rest. Let's just put a little roof over this. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. It is right. Alright, if I have 64, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 4. There's going to be 4 in the last thing. Okay, that should be it. Let's go see how the bauxite's doing. I should say how the pulverizer is doing. Oh, it did finish. Let's grab the rest of them. Throw these in here. Good luck, Gino, in catching that wingle. 4. Okay, now I need all the grass in the world. And we already know that we have to keep the grass 2 spaces away from the pit kilns at all times. So I'm just going to go around the pit kilns first. We'll grab everything from them so that the fire doesn't spread. Is the weather too loud for you guys? It does seem that it's a little bit on the high end of volume, but I don't think it's too loud. Because the weather in Vigitory does have its own volume toggle, so I can turn just the weather down. I think if anything, getting the grass is louder than the weather. And there's our 2-hour automated responses. So let's grab everything. We'll start the pit kilns, and then that is where we're going to end it for today. I think I have more grass hidden somewhere. I do have more here. We'll grab all of those. Wood in there. Sort that. And then we just have random bits and pieces thrown about here. Like the rope, which can go in here, I think. Nope. Oh, apparently I have a full stack of rope and I can't fit more. For some reason I have summer straw down here. Okay. That's not what I meant to put in there. Oh, it didn't go in there. Good. Do you know the piece of pie? I think I can eat the whole thing. That says 0 servings left. That is so close to being completely eaten that it's not even registering that it can be eaten. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We might need to get more grass. Oh, maybe not. Yep, we just made it with one piece of grass, so I'm just gonna toss that one piece of grass. And then I don't think we'll need more planks, but we might. Okay, we don't. It actually uses half the amount of grass that we used. Okay, now we just need a thing to start the fire. Let's just toss that on there. We're gonna grab all of this. And another stack from in there. Whoops, didn't mean to drop them. Is that really all I had? I didn't pick any out from the other building? Or the other crate? I keep calling it a chest, but it's the crate. I thought I grabbed some of them in here, but I guess I did Controlled Shift. Alright, and with that, that should be all of the tier 1 bricks that we need. Oh, yep, that did start. I think I got burned a little bit there. Alright, and 16 hours from right now would be 17, which is 5 p.m. So, 5 p.m. Could have sworn I saw something, but it looked like it was the smoke from the pit cones. Let's just make sure that everything is started. Does look like everything is started. That is going to be the end of the stream, so pretty much all we did was run around a cave and start the pit cones. So let's take a screenshot of this. And we're gonna go and make sure that our pockets are emptied of the unnecessary stuff we have. I think this is done. It's almost done. We'll wait for this to be finished. Okay, that's done. We could put the mean fertility away, but I think we need that. This could go away. Now, let's check down here first. That in here. Oh, okay, so this definitely goes in there. I should be able to eat this last piece of pie that's right here. That little tiny bit. And with that, we're ready to go. I'm going to keep those planks on me for right now. So let's save the game. And let's go into our raid-out scene.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. EST to 12:30 p.m. EST, and on Sundays from 10 a.m. EST to 2 p.m. EST.